this show just keeps getting better and better and better. Hey guys, it's time for Shadowhunters again. Episode 211 premiered on Monday night, and it was absolutely amazing. It was epic. I'm at a loss for some more adjectives for it, but it was just that. It was awesome. This show just keeps getting better and better and better, and I have no words for how happy and excited I am for it every single week. And if you're not watching it, or if you've stopped watching it for whatever reason, you need to start it again, because it's just amazing and just keeps getting better and better. No, it's not following the books exactly. It's following the book storyline loosely, very loosely, but it's still just as amazing as the books. So let's jump into 211, where first off we have a new kind of intro. It's clearly talking. She's explaining the world. She's explaining all the people in it, and I just love that. That was really amazing. It did give me some flashbacks to Vampire Diaries. I think season 4 when they were Vampire Diaries fans will probably know what I'm talking about when they're saying the vampires, werewolves. I'm forgetting some, but anyway, I think you'll know what I'm talking about if you're a Vampire Diaries fan. But it did give me some vibes from that, but that's totally okay. I love that intro. It just, yeah. Probably my favorite part of that intro was when she said Jace, Alec, and Izzy were the best Shadowhunters she's met, or something like that. That was my favorite part of it. And then we start off with Jace and Alec training together in a new set in the courtyard. I think it's in front of the institute. That was a very good scene. Two of my favorite characters training together. There's no words for that scene. That was just and throughout the episode, Jace and Alec were really there for each other. Alec is the only one Jace told that clearly is not his sister, and Alec was urging him to tell her. And I just love the pair of ties so much. The closeness and the brotherhood of it, melts my heart. I love the pair of tie. And then I think the last scene when Jace was on the roof and he turned around and he was crying. Alec just walked over and hugged him. Who cried in that scene? I did. If you didn't cry during that scene, then there's something wrong with you, because that was so. Chase deserves some happiness so bad. And then kind of a new character coming in. I forget how the show said the name, so I'm just gonna say it like this. Azael came in. We know him from the books. I believe he comes in City of Lost Souls, but he's a great old demon. And his first scene when he walked into that bar or whatever it was, and he wound up killing everybody in it. When he first came in, anybody else besides me thought that was possibly Sebastian? Like when Sebastian first comes in, he was in the disguise of the real Sebastian Volak with the dark hair and everything. So I thought maybe Sebastian was a glam lord like that. But I was wrong. But I wasn't disappointed. It was just a guess I had. I'll talk more about Azael in a little bit. Then we have a little trouble brewing with the werewolves. There's a little bit of mutiny happening in Luke's pack. Some of them think that they should turn some mundanes into werewolves to regain their numbers, which is not a good idea at all. And I really like that Maya is on Luke's side. So Luke is headed towards some trouble with his pack. And then we have, on the vampire side of it, we have Day Little Simon. And Simon was just so cute and adorable. He was like reclaiming his life that he lost throughout the seasons. He was going back to school. He was sitting with Clary out in the sun. That was very nice. That was a nice climbing scene. Not all of it. Not when they're all flirting and kissing. That was just no. But I do like Climbing's friendship. That's it. Nothing else more for them. And then of course Raphael hears the rumors that Simon's been spotted during the day, and he confronts him. And Simon, keeping true to the promise he made to Jace that he won't spill a secret of Jace's angel blood, turning him into a Day Little, which Jace isn't sure that's what it is, but we all know that's how it happened. So Simon protects the secret, lies to Raphael, says it's just because of Valentine slitting his throat with the soul sword. I think Raphael is a little skeptical, and think we all know that he's probably going to find out the truth about it. So seeing Day Little Simon was just so nice and sweet, and just seeing him all happy and excited like that, it was just really nice to see. And then we have Izzy coming out of her yin-fin addiction. She was in her room sweating it out. Oh, that was so sad seeing her like that. And Alec was by her side, helping her through, being that perfect big brother that he is. And I think you could tell he also felt hopeless because he didn't know how to help her. But then eventually he gets called away, and she's there sweating it out. But then she does wind up leaving, and she goes to Raphael, saying she just needs one little hit, and then he can help her get to kick addiction, and she'll be fine. And I was like, no, Izzy, yeah, no more. And thankfully Raphael was the same way. He was not giving in. He was fighting it. You saw that he wanted to, but he fought it, and eventually she did get mad, and she stormed out. I think she was going to a vampire's den when she comes into contact with Azael. He starts rough handling her, but she does fight back like the badass Izzy we know is still in there, but she's still weak and everything. A Shadowhunters promo for next week is on. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. Okay, focus. But she's weak from her withdrawal symptoms, so can't fight as much as she can. So someone comes in, and who is it? None other than Sebastian. There he is, just as a really good fighter, and he takes Izzy back to his place where he's staying, and he cooks for her. They talk. He definitely gets her to kind of trust him in a way and see him as a friendly person, which we all know he's not. He's just manipulating her. But he told her that one of the things that I think got her to kind of just see him as a nice guy is he told her that he had a yin-fin addiction. I think that's what I heard. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I thought I heard. So if I'm wrong, just tell me politely in the comments. Don't yell at me for being wrong, because we can all be wrong. And then we start bonding over our family issues particularly with our mothers. First, I thought he was going to mention him not having a mother, so I thought it was going to be alluding to Jocelyn. But then he started talking about her, and I'm like, Lilith! And he just had a scary image of her, and pretty much what he was talking about was all true, like turned up like several levels. It's gonna be scary if she ever comes into the show. So I really like Sebastian right now. He's not evil yet. I'm sure it's coming. He has to be that nice guy who gets everybody to trust him at first, and then he's just gonna go woo. So, and then can't have a video without talking about Malik. They were very sweet when Alec came to Magnus's apartment and he walked in. Who liked seeing that casual greeting kiss? It was very short. It was just like a peck on the lips. But Malik is at that point where they can have just casual kisses like that. Like, it's totally natural. And Malik is always good in every scene. Perfectly written, perfectly portrayed. Just everything's perfect about them. And who loved when at the end Alec called to Magnus telling him to stop what's going on, which I'll talk about at the end, so don't worry about that. And then after that's all done, Alec helps him up. He has his hand on his back, making sure he's okay. And I know every Malik fan noticed when Alec said, "Are you sure you don't want me to come home with you?" I know every Malik fan heard that, and that was really sweet. On to another favorite couple, Clace. Why is he not coming back? Where do I start? Valentine's still being held in the Institute. Inquisitor Herondale called Clary and Jace to come see her or see Valentine. I'm not too clear on that. But, she's questioning Valentine about where the cup is, and she's also torturing him with the torture rune. I'm gonna guess that's what that rune was. That was very painful and torturing him, so I'm guessing that's a torture rune. Clary and Jace going to talk to Valentine. Valentine's being his usual self, and he kind of needles Jace. He realizes that Clary does not know the truth, and he kind of needles Jace into telling her, or he will. Jace punches him. Whoa! That was unexpected because I didn't see the sneak peek. I don't watch any sneak peeks because I don't like to watch the sneak peek clips. So anyway, and then he just winds up telling her, and she runs out of the room shocked. And I think she's a little hurt that he waited so long to tell her, even though it was just like a day or so. She needs some more time to process that, and Jace is just, I want you to love me, but you have a good thing with Simon, and I don't want to ruin that, and all this Clace angst. Just be together already. Simon can go away. So, I'm so ready for Clace to rise. So ready. It's been so long since they've been together, really together, so I'm ready. I'm ready for Clace to just be together already. And then, the ending. We can't find Izzy, and we come to the conclusion that Azale has her, so we decide to call him up in the pentagram thing. There's a better term for that. Again, I'm not saying that too well, but we decided to call him out in the pentagram. We're gonna try to trade Valentine for Izzy because Azale wants the cup to destroy it, and Valentine's the only one who knows where it is, so we're gonna propose a trade. So Magnus is calling him up. And Jace and Alec are there with Valentine on the side with like a muzzle on his face. I guess that's there so he doesn't attack anybody? I don't know why he had a muzzle on his face, but he's a highly dangerous criminal, so you gotta take all the precautions, I guess. I'm not making fun of it. Clary's waiting in the wings with her new sunlight rune in case we need to get rid of Azale quickly, so she's waiting in the wings for that. We call him up, we question Azale, and then he says he doesn't have Izzy, which we all knew that because she's with Sebastian. The pentagram starts to go really wrong. Clary comes out with her hand out, looking very much like a badass Shadowhunter. But Azale does something, and the rune is gone, and the sunlight doesn't happen, and he's a great old demon. Of course, he can do all this crazy stuff and like stop her powers or something, because that's essentially what he did. He stopped her from using that. And then he breaks the loop of the pentagram. Everybody falls aside. Magnus loses control of them, and we're all on the ground. Azale does something, and we're on the ground screaming in pain. Alec calls to Magnus, and Clary calls to Jace. Aww. And then when Clary calls to Jace, he looks at her, and he has some powers due to his angel blood, which I like because I always questioned in the books how come he didn't have special powers like Claire. He just had enhanced strength and agility, I guess, but he didn't have anything special. She could create runes and create portals. Oops, spoiler. But he just had enhanced strength. That just didn't seem fair to me. So I'm glad Jace has some extra powers, which he can his runes activated without him using a stele. And when his eyes turned gold, that was so cool. And then he tries to defeat Azale, but it didn't work. He got away, but not before doing something to Valentine. And then he touched Magnus on his cheek. He gets away before Jace's sword, Blade, gets to him. Izzy winds up calling Alec to show him that she's okay, that she needs to stay where she is because it's the best thing for her right now, and she needs to do it on her own. So kind of got confirmation that she's okay. And then we find out Azale switched Valentine and Magnus. Holy cow. What? So Valentine is inside Magnus and Magnus inside of Valentine, and the promo for next week is just crazy. I hope Alec realizes that it's Magnus, that's really Magnus in there, and I can't really comprehend what Valentine could do since he's now essentially loose. Even though he's inside a filthy warlock, he's loose. He can do anything he wants, and what kind of trouble would he cause before getting his body back? So that was my whole review on Shadowhunters Season 2, Episode 11. I cannot wait for the episode next week, and if everybody likes these videos that I do, I will happily keep doing more. So until then, like this video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below your favorite parts of this episode. My favorite part was all the clay stuff and all the paper tie stuff. My favorites. I loved the whole show, but clay and the paper tie scenes were probably my favorites. That training scene, hello, that was hot. So yeah, like this video if you enjoyed it, comment down below, and we can talk about things, and don't forget to subscribe for more of these videos if you like them, and I'll see you again next week. Bye!